Do you remember my video on connecting to one's intuition? Well, I decided to make this video because I ignored a strong hint coming from my gut and had to waste precious time to correct my mistake. When I think back, there were even mistakes that couldn't be corrected anymore and cost me tons of money. I thought it might be a good time to reflect on the question why we so often ignore this notion coming from deep inside of us and what we could do to be more aligned with ourselves. At the end of the video, I will reveal 2 exercises you can do to improve your intuitive skills. Enjoy! Hi, it's Monica, your intuitive trauma transformation coach, who helps you face and successfully navigate through the storms of life, guiding you through a most powerful self-healing process and teaching you all the mindfulness tools you need to embark on your journey to your core self and create the life you've always envisioned. Learning how to trust our gut, which is part of the intuition system, can save us from making the wrong decision if we listen. But why is it we often ignore this inner voice that can be subtle, strong, or even very loud? Let's look at our brain system. There is the head brain with 86 million neurons, which is the center of cognition, reasoning, and language. It unfortunately takes over far too often because we were pretty brainwashed as children, trained to think logical and follow certain rules. Then there is the heart brain with 40,000 neurons. It's the center of emotion, core values, and relationships or connections with others. And finally, there is the gut brain with 109 million neurons. It's the center of our core identity, self-preservation, and the will or courage to act. And the information highway between the 3 brains is the vagus nerve. Marvin Oka states that these 3 functions might not always be aligned on an issue. He explains it like this: my head has a narrative. I should. My rules are. My logic says. But my heart really wants to do something else. Still, my gut says it's not safe. So how does the gut instinct show up? Some examples are a nagging feeling of unease about a situation, a sudden suspicion about someone we just met, an inner animal-like knowing when feelings cannot be explained logically, that something just isn't quite right. Or maybe a rush of affirmation or calmness flushing through us after a tough decision, or convincing us that we are doing the right thing. I am pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So, how can we sharpen our intuitive gut skills? One of the things we can do is paying more attention to the way our body reacts in and to different situations. Another thing is to ask our body for advice and learn to communicate with our gut. And let's not forget about the power of reflection and learning from our past mistakes. Always being aware of how our head tries to control us. And last but not least, let's stop and listen. Most of the mistakes I made were rushed decisions. Hurry is our gut's greatest enemy. Before I explain the 2 intuition improvement exercises that are really fun to do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell, give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section below how you felt doing the following exercises. The first exercise is technically called psychometry, the art of reading the energetic message of objects. So go into nature and look for an object that could have an important message for you. It can be anything, like a branch, a pebble, a flower, etc. I found this cute little stone or pebble. Rub your hands, hold the object, breathe deeply, tune into your external and internal senses, and trust that the right message will come. It can be a vision, an affirmation, or answer to a question you had for a long time. If you are getting anxious and start worrying that nothing comes up, tap the fear away, just using the side of the hand. It's okay to feel what I feel. No need to worry. I have time and trust that something will show up. I breathe in confidence and calmly listen inside. It will happen, if not now, then next time. And close your eyes and listen again. The second exercise can be fun with a friend or family member. Let them hide something that's of high personal value for you. You know, where you have an energetic connection. Tuning into your intuition, try to find it. I once went to a graveyard with a friend. She didn't know where her neighbor was buried and gave up looking for her name on the gravestones, as the place was really huge and it would have taken us hours to find it. Suddenly I had an idea, and I bet it came from my gut. I stayed behind her, tuning into my heart intuition center, and asked to show me the way. After not even 5 minutes, I called my friend, who was already approaching the parking lot, and said, "Here it is." She looked at me in a very funny way, because she just couldn't believe it. Enjoy this exercise. Be playful and curious, and ask your head brain to step aside for a while. Like always, peace begins with me. Namaste, namaste.